What's up, y'all? I'm Asia, also known as Asia, and we are here with the AgeForward podcast.
Yeah.
Today, we'll be talking about our transition from our teens to our 20s and marriage and commitment. Let's get to it.
Hello, you guys. I am Sarai, and this is my podcast. And I am, all around into artistry, entertainment. I do music. I'm a singer, and I love fashion. And yeah, I'm excited to share my life with you guys.
I'm Asia. I'm 21 years old. I'm an after-school program teacher. I love kids. I love doing art. I like dancing. I want to be a teacher when I grow up. I am grown, but I want to be a teacher. And that's it.
I'm Tian. I'm a music producer. I'm 24. I always want to say 25, but I'm 24. I turned 25 this year. I'm also an entrepreneur. Me and my boy are coming out with a retail store called Trust Reserve. It's coming very soon.
Hey,
we got the wristbands. Tap in.
Y'all get on that.
Yeah, but
I
not
love
on me.
bracelets. Next time, bring them for real.
I got you.
For sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Kayode. I am an athlete, football to be specific. I also make music. Oh, I forgot to say, I'm also 21. I make music, and right now I'm still in school. I'm a social justice major, and I am transferring to Arizona State.
And this is AgeForward podcast, where we focus on faith, fashion, lifestyle, and evolving. And I'm so excited to be here filming our pilot episode today.
Yes, it's the pilot episode, first episode.
So first, you guys, I wanted to make a toast, just because I'm just so proud of us. I'm so excited. All the work we've all put in to get here. This is a blessing, and it's a new chapter for all of us. So I just wanted to toast to that.
For sure.
It's a big blessing. I'm so grateful for it. Here, come on to
guys. Thank you, Era. You're amazing.
You know, we had to come on deck with the black Stella Rose.
Only black Stella Roses.
Only
Come on
black.
now. Or
Only
blueberry.
black?
Or blueberry.
The blueberry is
The
good.
blueberry
The
one is
blueberry's
really good. I love the blueberry one.
Thank
Gracias,
you.
mama.
Thank you.
Okay, you guys. So toasting to
Air toast.
Toast.
Toast to us. More life.
more
Be
life.
careful.
Congratulations.
Wait. Look at me.
Oh
Look at
yeah.
Look
Look
at
at
me.
the look at the eyes.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Cheers. And it's so
That's
good. It is.
That's sweet.
It's delicious.
Okay, you guys. So I'm gonna start off with
Random news.
random news segment. So let's start off.
Random news today. We talked about it last night. School in New York, they got in a lot of trouble recently during Black History Month because the controversy basically behind it was they served black kids fried chicken and waffles and watermelon, and it was just kind of funny to me, but also like messed up at the same time. But I didn't see nothing wrong with it if they were to, if they were to just at least like give some backstory to why they were feeding them, like the history at least.
Was handing out fried chicken and watermelon.
Yeah.
Right.
Because people gonna look at you crazy if you're handing a kid fried chicken and watermelon and they're black during Black History Month. It sounds like it
does
has
look like a
some
joke.
other motives towards it
kinda
rather
wild.
than you just giving them watermelon
Sounds
and
very
fried
Right.
chicken.
racist.
It
Yeah.
does.
Very racist.
Because if they were to talk about, at least if they were to talk about like the history of like black people, why they're looked down upon for like eating watermelon, like
Right.
because
What is
that
the
was
history?
how the history is basically like that was what we used in order to just help build our own economic status within America. And the same with chicken, like they would raise the chickens up and sell them after they raised them to a certain point in order to actually have like some footing within a land of opportunity where there was no opportunities for us. So
Right.
Wow.
And I was
Yeah.
telling them last night, they made it look like it was something bad because it was helping black people gain generational wealth. So if you're trying to keep people low, you're going to take what they love and make it negative.
Right.
So
Wow, that's good.
Man.
for sure.
Some random news I had is actually more on a little bit positive. Well, it becomes positive. But have you guys heard about Bobby Wilson? It's this little girl. Basically, she was she created this like solution to like help save the trees in her neighborhood or whatever. But a white man called the police on her, and they basically they put out the phone call,
Right.
and he called the police, and he was like, it's a little black woman and I'm scared in front of my yard or whatever. So he obviously got a lot of backlash for that, you know. And come to find out, that was her neighbor. So it was her neighbor, so he knew who the little girl was. So he was just, you know, being racist.
Rude.
So he basically Yale reached out to the little girl, and they recognized her for what she was doing, and they had this like time capsule type book thing where they put in, like, they said that all the data she collects, they're gonna put it into that book, you know, for everybody to have and stuff.
Damn.
So that's amazing.
That's
so
crazy.
shout out to Bobby Wilson.
Shout out to Bobby Wilson, mama. Some random news I learned was that Lil Boosie's daughter can rap. Have y'all ever heard Lil Boosie's daughter?
You see
rap?
that?
No, I've never seen it.
She's
Rap. Like, when I tell you she has like such a nice mellow voice, and she was going bar for bar for bar.
Yep. She looked just like Boosie, and she has that like the Louisiana like
that
sound,
swag.
that
Exactly.
swag, the Louisiana
I was
swag.
like, girl, oh my goodness, you better than Boo. Let me not say that. but
No, hold on.
You doing it like you doing it on Boo's level.
That's too early.
You want to
That's too
talk? You want to?
But she was really going bar for bar. She
No,
did
she
a
was.
really good job, for real.
Definitely.
My random news isn't like that important, but LeBron became the #1 all-time scorer the other day.
Whoa!
That's,
Shout out to LeBron.
Shout out Lee. Shout out LB.
LeBron, but he is not my GOAT.
Nope.
Kobe is my GOAT forever and always. I don't care what LeBron does. I'm sorry about it.
Yes.
That's
R.I.P.
facts, though.
Kobe, man.
R.I.P. Kobe.
RP Kobe.
And Gigi.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
and
for
Gigi,
sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
So you guys, I'm gonna go in a little deep with you guys. Have y'all ever experienced, or do you guys know what prophetic dreams are?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah.
So prophetic dreams are basically like dreams from God, basically dreams from God that He sends, you know, as messages. So the most recent prophetic dream I had was I was hanging out with Asia, and it was right before we were about to start this podcast. And that night, I had a dream that my teeth fell out. And it was really scary because I had this dream before. I had this dream when I stayed over at one of my best friend's house. And basically, that night before, we were also talking about God and purpose and things like that. So when I had this dream again, I was like, okay, there's a problem. So I'm going to, you know, I need to figure out what to do next. So I called my mom, because I usually call her about spiritual things. And I called her, and I basically told her, you know, Mom, I had this dream that my teeth fell out. And she was like, that's interesting. That definitely means something. So she sent me this article by this evangelist named Evangelist Joshua TV. I don't know if y'all ever heard of him. Shout out to him, though. He's super dope. But I just wanted to read a few things from the article. There was this scripture, Psalms 3:7, Arise, O Lord, save me, O God, for you have smitten my enemies on the cheekbone. You have broken the teeth of the ungodly. And then it was some more really dark things. But then it also said the meaning about broken teeth: tragedy and calamity, painful relationship, martial disappointment, attack of sickness and disease, bad luck, hatred and rejection, loss of virtues, grace and shame.
That's a lot.
So it was really heavy, and it scared the heck out of me. So my mom basically told me, she's like, you know, just pray, cover yourself, and things like that. But the next day, me and Asia had a meeting, and I brought it up to her.
And she was just basically telling me about her dream. I was like, okay, I'm not Christian, but I am very spiritual. I'm super strict in my faith. So I looked it up, because I've had a dream like that where my teeth were falling out before, and it was right after my uncle had passed away. So I looked it up, and it just meant like you're having a great loss or you're grieving something. And at the time, Bryce's unfortunate late boyfriend, 1 year anniversary was coming up. And it also said that when you're going to do something big, that's when you have dreams like that. And we were talking about like starting a podcast, like how we wanted to get going and like how we want to do bigger things with our life. And I definitely feel like somebody's seen that, and somebody wants to try to like stop her from getting what she needs done to be done. And I was like, right, stay prayed up. Even though I'm not Christian, I still pray every day, multiple times a day. Like, I feel like prayer is so important because you're speaking something out into the universe, you feel me? So I told her, stay prayed up, make sure you pray to protect yourself and everything like that. And it looks like it's working.
And it definitely is. And I definitely agree. I definitely understood that it was a attack from the enemy.
Right.
And you know, when you're doing great things, the enemy's going to want to stop it. If you're not doing anything, obviously, he's not going to be bothered by you.
On you.
But I'm using my voice to do good. And like Jesse said the other day, he basically said, you know, he's gonna try to silence you.
Right.
Or they're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're using your voice for something positive, he's gonna try to silence you. So that was good. Thanks.
For those of y'all who don't know, that's one of our
Sound
producers.
engineer.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jesse.
Shout out Jesse for real.
Yeah, I mean, I've had similar instances or similar situations arise like within dreams. Like I told you guys, there was a situation, or let me just backtrack and just something more simple. Recently, I'm coming out of a season of just loss, like a long time, like last year, all throughout last year, I lost a couple friends, and I lost friends like either to death or just losing friends, just growing apart of life, girlfriend, whatever. But before that, I was having dreams, just weird dreams, because I was going through just like I tore my ACL. I was going through depression, different things with football, and I was just having like a lot of different weird dreams. And I remember one specifically. I just remember there's just a crowd of people. I don't know if I was in a football field or just like whatever, but I knew like life was just changing for me, and different things were leaving, and I was like, whoa, what is going on? Right. But then, it was like a season of change, and to really symbolize that. And in the midst of all that loss and me losing things, God sent like a whole new group of friends, like different people into my life, and I was like, this is what I was looking for. Like I needed godly men, like just friends to have in my life, so that I was rooted and I didn't feel on my own. And after that, they were pouring into me, and it was just crazy to see how my dreams progressed, but also my faith and my walk with God was progressing as a result. And I was like, shoot, that correlated with my dreams just looking back on it. And yeah, so that's like my experience with prophetic dreams, and then transferring now into my other part or section of life, coming out of a season of loss into season just focusing on me and
growth. That's
what it definitely feels like this year. It feels like such a good season of growth.
I feel like I experienced so much loss as well, and now I'm into that new sprout. And I was watching a podcast with Lauren London the other day, and she was saying the same thing, how she feels like Nipsey's loss, it brought her into that transition to focus on herself and her relationship with God. It brought her to that. So I
definitely feel like as humans we correlate with the way the universe goes. So I know the time like all this stuff was happening for me, like similar to Kayode's, was during the fall. Right. So things were shedding and everything was falling, and now like I'm in the season of where I'm starting to grow again and stuff like that.
Definitely.
So I think with the prophetic dreams, I'm not as educated on it as you guys are. I've actually had that dream about my teeth falling out before, but I didn't know what it meant, and I never looked it up because I've had weird dreams and I've looked them up, and it's bothered me. And it was at a time where I wasn't equipped to handle that type of news. Like it would bring me down, you know. I wasn't able to channel it into some positive and be like, oh, I can do this, or it actually means this. Like, so when those dreams would occur, like I would ignore it and not even look into it. And that's just how I protected my peace. But I definitely know, like, even with deja vu, like, that's such a real mystery.
That is.
And it's like, if it's really something you already dreamed, that means you're, in a way, telling the future. And
it's like, I feel like,
it's like a precursor.
I feel like it's like deja vu is like a life you already experienced in another dimension. Because I swear deja vu be happening, and I'd be like, what the heck? I've done this before.
Exactly.
That's so weird.
For sure.
The metaverse might be real.
I
don't think it's might. I think it is, honestly. I'm starting to believe it.
Well, I mean, there are different dimensions. Like, like even if you, or galaxies and all sorts of stuff. So, like.
But see, I never even, my fault, I'm sorry. I never even was entertaining that. Until, like, honestly, until, like, the Marvel movies came out. And I'm like,
Flash and all. Well, that's DC, but.
That's crazy.
No, but they really started going into depth about it, so I'm like, okay, hold on.
I'm like, and then all the shows. Yeah. And I'm like, okay.
And it's
let me think about
it's DC too,
right?
With Flash and all that.
No, Flash is really what it was. I started watching Flash.
I was watching. So if that was to actually happen, if somebody ran around the world that many times, do you think the world would actually reverse? Like in time, go back? You don't? Nah,
because I don't believe in. I still haven't believed that people have superpowers. So.
I don't think
you were saying either. Time go back is in what?
But I do believe if he was to spin it like that, then the sun would. The time would change. Like it would be day night.
For sure.
But
I think my fault.
Oh no, I was thinking because like but wouldn't the sun's position not change? It would just mean that the Earth's rotation
Yeah,
would
the Earth's
change,
rotating.
but the Earth is still rotating around the sun. It would just be so like the Earth rotates around the sun, but also Earth is rotating
Yeah,
at the
so
same
it's going
time.
like this,
So,
in a
like,
circle.
But what would that do? That would just change.
I think it would just change
Day
the
and
sun
night, like the
position.
It would
hours.
make it faster.
But
Yeah, the day.
If he stopped it at a certain point, would it change the seasons?
If he stopped it, the Earth, everything on grounded to the Earth would go flying. Like if the Earth
If it
stopped
was-
spinning,
Yeah.
For
yeah,
sure.
because we're spinning so fast that like you
We
can't
can't
tell
even
and you
tell.
can't even
Yeah.
tell from space. So if it were to stop, everybody would go. That's kind of us going off on a tangent, like
Yeah,
some
no,
random
for
stuff.
sure,
But
for
yeah,
sure.
but yeah,
But yeah, no facts.
Okay, you guys. So I wanted to go into our fashion segment. Who put it on? This week is about the Grammys. So let's talk about it, y'all.
Let's get.
I'll
these-
start.
Yeah.
I'll start.
Let's pull up these Grammy outfits.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll start. I really like Cardi B's outfit. That was
Nah,
my favorite.
I have mine. I know which
Cardi
one.
B
It
looks
was he was the
beautiful.
only one
We
I could
know
have
which
picked.
one.
I'm
What is
gonna
your
start off
favorite?
by saying
You don't know.
Harry Styles
Yeah, I
looks
think I do
horrible.
know.
Who is it?
Harry
Oh,
Styles
she's
looks
a-
horrible.
Styles?
Hey, she's close. She's second.
She's second.
Who did you say?
Who?
Tim's? Oh.
Tim's.
I didn't see her.
Show him Tim's.
Let me show you.
You
Tim's.
might change
Please,
your favorite.
please.
But what were you saying about Harry Styles?
Oh no, he just looked horrible. He looked
Oh,
atrocious. I don't
yes.
know
I
why.
wouldn't put it on.
It looked
I
like
wouldn't put
a
that on.
publicity stunt
It's,
for
and
I
that's
don't even
what
know
a lot
what.
of the times
That
that's what I
was
was saying.
that's
Like when
what she was
people
saying.
put on stuff so different. I'm not talking crap about Harry Styles, okay?
I
don't know
am.
the man.
Yeah.
But when
No.
you put on something so different to where it looks corny, like why are you doing that?
It
Yeah.
just like
It
she said,
gets-
it seems like you're trying to be different so bad. Like
Right.
you want to be
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm a fashion icon, but
Right.
you're wearing
Okay.
some BS.
Let me
But
show you Tim's.
They also are gifted all these things. Like
That's
they know
true.
they're gonna go, so they're
Mhm.
giving you these.
But somebody shouldn't have gifted him that.
Yeah.
No.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Tim's was busting
Yeah.
out the
She
frame.
from
in
what
that
do you call it?
gold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
she
She
from
from where I'm from, so
Right.
I gotta support.
Tim's, baby, you are so
ate.
beautiful. She really ate.
No, but you know
down.
who else ate? Surprisingly, Paris Hilton. I don't even know why she was there. We were talking
Paris
about that.
Hilton did really eat. She had like a super cute
She
Y2K
looks so
outfit on.
good.
I liked it because it
cool.
really looks like she's in the era that she was
Mhm.
made famous in, and I like that.
And I thought
Okay,
who else
I can
did
get down with
Y2K
that.
very well? I feel like it was Miguel. Did y'all see Miguel's outfit?
Yeah, I saw
The
that.
all
The
denim.
all denim.
The all denim with the hood.
Oh yeah, facts.
Ooh,
That
right
was
here.
tough.
You
That
look
was
good.
tough.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
This
tough.
right here. Did y'all see it?
I was.
Stop
Yeah,
playing
that
with
was
me.
tough.
I met him before
Oh,
at a
good.
concert.
Really? Is he nice?
He is so sweet. Like
I
I,
can
took
see
his
that.
food back to him. He probably don't remember me, but he's so sweet. He's so handsome. Love me Miguel.
Oh, this isn't the
I
one.
think Steve Lacy, his outfit was decent. Like it wasn't
was.
it wasn't
It
too
was
much. It
giving
was very
Steve Lacy.
It was
yeah, it's
simple.
his style. It was very
Yeah.
simple. That's what I like. I like something simple. I can't do
All right,
the
so
extras.
wait,
I'm
wait,
not
so
with the
wait.
extras.
Forget talking about everybody. What is everybody's favorite? 'Cause we
Cardi B.
Cardi
That's
B's
my
yours?
top favorite. I feel like she looked like a European sculpture.
She
it was
did really look
it,
good.
I couldn't imagine nobody else wearing that outfit, and it fit her so well. It was so classy, so beautiful. She looked gorgeous,
Oh, you got
look
the.
good.
and that color
That's the
was
wrong
gorgeous.
I don't think I really have a favorite. I just there's a certain style that's simple that I like just a basic suit, regular stuff. Like I liked Offset. I liked
I liked
Offset.
Quest
he was
Love.
I
it was
didn't
just
like
it was just
Offset.
Okay,
decent. Jack
I-
Harlow's was decent. Like
Did you see Quest Love?
Who?
let me see.
Love Chris Love.
He had that some coat. It's very nice, and then he had the Celine Burberry Crocs.
For real?
Ooh.
That's,
Stop
he
playing.
comfortable.
He comfortable at the
Right.
Grammy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't be
Let
mad
me
at
show
him.
you. You
Yeah,
found it?
Yeah.
So can you show them, please?
Oh
He
yeah,
was
this is
chilling.
nice. I like
He was
this.
chilling.
He's my favorite guy fit for sure.
That's
He did a
tough.
really good job.
He does
The
look
only
good. He
reason
looks
I
super
didn't like
confident.
Offset though is because I feel like I wanted him to correlate with
Yeah,
Cardi
it
more.
didn't compliment what
It
she was
Yeah,
didn't.
wearing.
Machine
Yeah.
Gun Kelly and
Here you go.
What's
Yeah,
her
no,
name?
I'm skipping on that.
Yeah.
they looked good though. Like
Their outfits
correlation,
did look good.
they look like pop rock, futuristic, old school people. Like I loved it, and I felt like Offset could have did that with Cardi B, and that's the only reason why I don't like Offset's outfit because Cardi B came so elegant, and it was just
He just
Bothered me was Uzi. He just like he be showing up places like a little kid. Like
they.
yeah,
They don't
nah.
care. He don't care.
What do you call it? He just don't care.
He don't care.
I liked his outfit though. I feel like Lil Uzi.
I think
is
his
so
outfit was
different
cool.
from the rest.
But his hair,
They're definitely.
Yeah,
Their
his hair
was
threw me
nice.
off.
You didn't like it?
Uzi's?
Yes, Uzi's
No.
hair was
Let me
nice.
see. You have a picture?
I don't
I
know.
liked Uzi's hair because who are you gonna see showing up to the Grammys like this? I like that they're so comfortable in their skin.
Yeah.
for real.
It was giving Rockstar vibes. Though. I
So-
saw it.
Yeah,
I got
it
his
was giving
feet.
His
Rockstar.
hair reminds me of I don't know if y'all watch anime or anybody here watches
Yeah,
anime,
I
but it
do.
reminds me of this
Okay.
show called Hunter x Hunter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
facts.
Yeah, he looks
I can
like
see
this
that.
kid named Gone. So
Yeah.
like that's what it was
Gone is
reminding me
tough.
of.
Well, maybe
yeah.
that's what he was going for.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably.
yeah.
He gives me those vibes.
I know they love watching anime. They look like
Yeah.
He
they
is an
watch
anime
Right.
guy.
Yeah,
Definitely.
he is. That makes sense. This is vibe.
Asia, what outfit didn't you like?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's y'all worst outfit?
Harry Styles is mine, number
Okay.
Oh yeah, Harry
For
Styles.
sure.
Yeah, I said it in the group chat. So
I didn't like Lizzo's outfit.
you said Lizzo?
I did
didn't
not like.
s-
I didn't
Lizzo's
see her outfit.
I don't think I've seen hers.
It definitely looked like she was being birthed from a flower.
She thought she was like, "Is that a good?"
Can, do you have it? You saw it?
I
Yeah.
did have it, but my phone is on the floor, and
I'll
I can't
give it
pick
to
it
It's
you.
all
up.
good. It's all good.
I'll show you, but it was like a flower suit thing, but it
For
didn't
real?
compliment her because it was like covering her whole body.
She is the type of person, you got all this money, you know you can go really put it on.
Yeah.
Because you have people that can make you fit in stuff and all of that. And for me
Thanks.
personally, she's not doing it for me. And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
With the resources
I
she
didn't
has
see
as
it.
a plus size woman to be able to get clothes like that.
Everything's
that she-
tailored anyway for it's
Yeah.
tailored for the event to
Right.
you.
So I didn't like. I didn't
Quick
like that
question,
she was out
guys. How do you guys watch the Grammys?
there.
No.
I don't. I did not watch
Okay,
it.
okay.
No.
Ain't
Me
no reason
neither.
For me to watch a Grammy.
Me neither. But what's your reason? Because I know mine is just
It's demonic. Oh, sorry.
Hey.
no. That's a fact.
I don't want to get canceled, but it's demonic.
Nah, that's a fact.
Because I'm
That's
sorry,
a
I'm
fact.
in love with Sam Smith, but what he did at the Grammys this year, I'm sorry, Sam.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
I don't even know
I
what
can't
he
roll
did.
with that.
I'm sorry.
He dressed up as the devil.
Oh, for real?
Smith,
Performing.
He looked like
Yeah,
a
it
pimp
gets-
to me.
Oh,
He
this
was
is
looking
Lizzo
fly.
found
I'm
it.
sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
let me see.
I'm cool on that. That's too much. That's like Met
Show
Gala
it
stuff.
again. Let me see.
Yes, it's
It's
not
like Met Gala
Grammy.
stuff.
Bro.
Yeah. Oh,
Just
it
like the
does.
flower
Oh, it
that,
does.
and,
And I bet that was probably what they were
That
going
probably
for.
was.
Yeah, but
Yeah, probably.
I
I don't watch it just because how they've done black artists.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
It's
that's
ridiculous.
that clearly deserve awards.
Mhm.
Like I remember, I think the
It's
last time I
enough.
watched, I think
Nicki
Kendrick
Minaj.
was supposed to get a award, and who was it? It was Iggy or Macklemore or someone. Who,
Macklemore,
And it be white
and
people.
I was
know
like,
someone,
bro,
yeah.
I was like, I was just staring at just like blank face, like okay, like this is the last
Right.
time I'll watch it.
Right.
Plus, I don't really be. I don't care. Like to be completely honest, me and what I'm doing and everything, like
Yeah.
what I do, I don't really care to sit
I don't even
there
have
and
the
watch
time.
people.
Right.
I look at them as regular too. So like
They
I'm not
are.
looking at them like, oh my god, you want an award? Like
Yeah.
it's
And at
just
the end of the
whatever.
day, like all of it's planned. Like
Yeah.
they're choosing.
The academy
choose.
chooses who's going to win.
Mhm.
It's not.
Yeah.
Nobody's really voting. I mean, people vote, but at the end of the
We're
day,
not really
they
voting,
decide.
right.
Yeah.
Have you? I mean, Beyonce was.
And you
this
have
her,
to
was
have
this
a
her
Grammy
first
to
one in a
vote.
long time?
But yes, but no, she.
She,
I don't know.
She hasn't been in award shows. I feel like for a minute.
Yeah, I don't think her and Jay-Z weren't even going to the Grammys.
Yeah, they weren't. They weren't going
But
nowhere.
they made an award for her. Like they
Really?
didn't even give
They
her.
made an award for
I,
her?
wait, don't quote me. Actually,
Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't say that. I'm not saying they made an award for her, but they gave her like usually she'll win best album of the year,
Right.
or best female artist or
Mhm.
something. But she got the best dance album of the year. Or something.
Oh, because
But
Cuff
her
It.
album-
yeah,
her
nah, it
album-
was
that was
tough.
good.
Her
It
album
was
was
tough.
supposed to be like, I think
It was like a
mix
pop.
on-
It was like
no, it wasn't pop. Have you ever heard of ballroom? Do you know what ballroom is?
no.
Okay, so it's basically where people of the LGBT community, they'll get in this space and they'll like dance their butt off. So that's probably why she won the best dance, because her album was definitely ballroom inspired. Like all of her songs. That's
Okay.
why
Oh,
it's
that's
so
when they
uppity.
be falling to the
Yep.
floor.
Yeah, they be doing
Yeah.
like
Oh,
the
okay.
voguing.
Yep,
That's fire.
it.
I didn't know.
That's called ballroom.
I didn't
I
know
thought
that.
I thought
I didn't know-
ballroom
was like
dancing was like
50s.
like elegant dancing.
Yeah, I didn't know
Yeah.
that was what it was. That
No,
was
they
called
call it
either.
ballroom too for their thing.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't
you
know.
guys. So I know Valentine's Day is coming up. Y'all got any plans for Valentine's Day?
I did, but not anymore. And now, I think the only plans I have is taking my mom. She wanted to go to a spa, so like she been talking about it. So I was like, you know what, I might as well
Take
just
my
hook her
mom.
up, take my mom to the
I
spa,
love that.
and
That's
something for my
sweet.
little
That is
sister.
I
really
love
sweet
that.
for
Yeah.
sure. I definitely have plans. I'm going
I
to the
love that too.
steakhouse on a little day. I know I live
Oh, stop playing.
Date night.
Who would have
Stop
thought?
playing.
Fresh out of a relationship already, not fresh.
Date
but
night.
I'm dating. Stop
Sure, I
playing.
feel you.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I love
What
that.
y'all
I will be doing whatever the day
leave you?
leads me to, but it won't be any plans.
Me too, cousin.
Yeah.
Home, bedroom.
Yeah, right.
Watch some
What is that?
Netflix
What
and
is?
some popcorn?
It's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
For real?
Yeah, it's gonna be regular
Yeah, it's gonna
program.
It's
be
like
a
2
work
days
day.
after the Super Bowl.
Regular program.
Oh my God, are y'all excited for the Super Bowl?
I'm so excited.
Me
like,
too.
I'm excited to. I don't even know if I can say it, but
What?
I hope it goes well for the things that I believe will happen.
Okay.
If you feel what I'm saying.
He's like, let me not jinx it.
Yeah.
I want the I'm excited for the halftime show. We
I'm
haven't seen Riri in forever.
But I'm
Oh, of
surprised
course.
she's performing because like last year, didn't she say she didn't want to do it because of like
She said
all
she
the
didn't want to
Black
do
lives-
music at all.
No,
I'm surprised
talking
she's
about
doing
the
it.
Super Bowl. Like a bunch
Oh.
of black people
Oh,
turned down
yeah.
the Super Bowl, and wasn't she one of them that turned it down? And she's accepting it this year.
Really?
I have no
I didn't know
clue.
about that.
Yeah,
I have
was not
no
aware of
clue.
that.
You weren't? No, a bunch of them turned it down last year because all the Black Lives Matter stuff that was happening.
Oh yeah.
But who
I mean,
performed
Kendrick.
last year? I
Kendrick.
thought
It was like
50
all
and-
Cali. It was like all
It
black
was-
people.
Yeah, Dr. J.
Yeah, and
That might have been the year that Chloe and Haley performed, where
Um,
everybody else turned it down.
yeah,
I
it was
think
that year because last year they
performed?
told Eminem not to talk about
Right.
police brutality and all that stuff, but he ended up talking about it regardless.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
why
okay.
not? It's
Yeah,
something
they
that
told him
needs
to
be
take a
spoke
part
on.
out of his song and he didn't take it out.
That's
So
good.
yeah, but I'm excited for the halftime show. I
I
mean,
am.
for a specific reason, I'm still cool with my ex or whatever, but I don't know if I'm supposed to say this.
Same.
Actually, yeah, no, it's cool. But she's gonna be dancing in the show.
I know that's
Ooh.
so
Yeah, it's gonna be
dope.
after
Shout
the
out
Super
to
Bowl. So
her.
yeah, she's gonna
That's
be
fire.
dancing in the show. So like, that was cool.
know,
I
it's
remember.
dope.
Yeah.
Y'all were like some really cool people, like individually. Like
Yeah, I feel the same way.
that is so cool. Like
Yeah. So dope.
Yeah, that's tight.
So I know like nobody prepares us for that transition from being a teenager to adulthood. I know specifically for me it was extremely hard because at that time I had just lost my grandma. COVID had just started. We're dealing with everybody has the senior stress,
Right.
dealing
Yeah.
with natural senior stress, and then depression on top, because we didn't have prom and graduation
Mhm.
anymore. So that was
Right.
like, for us, the kids, the end of the world. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
man, worked 12 years to get nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was extremely hard. How was that experience for you?
For me personally, just talking about like graduation and all those things, I thought I didn't care until those things were actually off the table.
Right.
Like I was like, you know what, I don't
Like,
care.
when you thinking, I
Yeah.
don't got an option.
Yeah, I was like, oh shoot, now I don't have an option. So like with prom and all those things, I was telling my mom the whole year I didn't go to no school dances, nothing. But I was like, I might pop out to prom. Like, we'll see when it comes
Right.
around. But then COVID hit, and that was tough. The only thing that I was happy about during COVID, was the fact that it was online now, so I could. Yeah, I mean,
No, I know how to
with the
yeah,
classes.
you know how to online.
I was struggling in my math class, so I was like, online, I'm call somebody up on FaceTime while we
Right.
doing my test.
How you
Exactly.
do this problem? Man,
Yeah.
I was on Google.
Y'all
Yeah.
wait. Hold on. Y'all was actually doing the work? Because I know for me and all my friends, we just was like, no more school. We didn't touch that laptop.
I
at one
was
time.
I was in a
What?
private
And they
school,
just
so
forgave it.
yeah, they forget not at a private school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was in a
You know
private
what
school,
I
so
went to, but
yeah. LAUSD, they were cool. They forgave everybody and was like, just graduate. But my private school, they're like, hey, stay on top of your class. I got an email from my principal. He was like,
wow.
yo, Kayode calling me by
How
my
would
government.
how could you
So
expect
I
that
was
though
like-
out of kids after all of that?
Man.
I told him,
a
I
lot.
emailed him and I was like, yo, I'm struggling. I'm not going to lie. And he was like, hey,
Yeah.
you're almost done. Just get it done. I was like, bro, like, you can't help
And
me.
you know
Like, no
something,
tutor or
right?
nothing.
Some people are visual learners.
Yeah,
So like
and
for
I'm
a
me, I
visual
need
learner.
to be in school,
Yeah.
because I need to see the teacher do the stuff. And if I'm at home trying to figure it out myself, I'm
you're
sorry,
not
I'm gonna give
gonna
up.
Yeah,
Like,
I
no.
work at a school, and actually, a lot of the kids are 2 years behind because they were 2 years out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a whole bunch of third graders that just don't know how to read.
Right.
And I'm like, I
Man.
was reading by the first grade. Why weren't they
Mhm.
presented with the same opportunity to be able
Right.
to read?
Damn.
Mhm.
It messed up a lot.
Yeah,
it
it
did.
messed up
That's
a lot
crazy.
of
I know.
things.
Definitely.
Real quick, so when the COVID happened, you just stopped going to class and didn't do. You was just living.
No, I wasn't living. I was extremely depressed. I was at home watching Netflix, eating.
Right. 'Cause
I
you
was
couldn't
binge
do
watching shows.
But
Oh,
you
one of
were
my
doing
shows
no
though.
one.
Shout out to Supernatural, y'all. I'm obsessed with that show. I don't know
Are
if
you
y'all
talking
ever
about
watched
the
it.
Superman show?
No,
No,
Supernatural.
Supernatural.
It's has like, it's about supernatural like things like the supernatural.
Isn't there a Superman show named Supernatural?
You think I know exactly?
Oh, yeah, I know
Oh,
exactly.
But no,
what
that's
you're
not what I'm talking
Okay.
about. But you gotta watch
That's
it.
an
It's
old
good.
show.
Old
Yeah.
show.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
so good.
But no, that's not
She
what I'm
said
talking
it's not
about. But
the
I
show. That was
binge
on,
watched
like,
that
CW.
show.
Yeah,
That was-
you know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
It was so amazing. It helped me. It helped me because like it was comforting.
Right.
And at that time, I had no friends. And my friends, like my best friend at the time, her mom was not playing about COVID. You know, some people were like lenient, like, oh, we can
Mhm.
still link up. Some people were really not trying to link at
Yeah,
all.
nah,
So
Yeah.
I was very isolated. So that really took a toll on me for real. Because I'm a people
Right.
person.
Yeah. No, I was definitely isolated at that time. Just to talk about the transitioning part, like I just remember it being hard because I remember I was coming out of a tough season. So like my senior year, leading into it, I lost my best friend. He passed away. He overdosed, and depression, like that was already hard as it is. Then 2 weeks later, I was in a coma as well after I just watched him go through a coma. So I was in a coma for like 2 weeks. Woke up, looked at my phone, lost all my opportunities for like football after they found out what was going on with me. Then I found out that I wasn't going to be able to play half my high school season for whatever reason. I don't even know. And then my grandma passed away the day of my first game.
Wow.
And then my auntie passed away from like terminal bone marrow cancer. So it was like craziness just going on.
It was
back to
attack.
back
Yeah.
to back.
Yeah, just
Facts.
back to back to back. And then I was like, all right, everything's cooling down. Like I could chill out. Then I heard COVID and I was like,
Wow.
they said 2
this is
weeks,
just
and I was
what
like, we don't
need.
even know what it is. We're gone. I was like, we're done.
Yeah.
So I was going through that, and I was struggling in school from dealing with all the stuff that had just happened.
Right.
And then now I'm isolated,
Right.
and so I didn't have my friends. I didn't have my anybody. Like my family was there, but like I think my dad was still traveling outside of the country for Disney at the time. So it was like kind of crazy. So I was at home alone,
Right.
and I think there was like no one there to help me even start thinking, because I was like, I'm going to be an adult now. Like, what am I going to do?
Right.
I have to prepare. Every opportunity that I had for football just went out the window. So now I'm going to have to
What's
figure
plan
out,
B?
yeah. And I was like, I still want to play football. So what am I going to do?
Right.
And then that was tough just mentally, just dealing with depression. And I'm a kid. So, yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, and I feel like, too, nobody prepares you for, like, that transition of like, okay, now you're an adult, so there's no more money, nobody's handing you money,
like,
nobody's
No Christmas gifts.
no Christmas gifts, none of that. So it's like now everything you want, you have to provide for yourself. You have to go out and get it.
It's kind of
that was
always
tough.
been like that for me though, because my transition, I didn't have nobody at all. I'm not gonna say I didn't have anybody at all, because I definitely had friends to help me throughout the way, and they've done an amazing job, and I'm so appreciative. But I didn't have like a parental influence to like teach me like, hey Asia, go sign up for your ID, go get this, go get that. I was the one to do that for myself. Like it's something that I just had to do on my own, because my mom didn't have enough time, and the time that she did have, she went to spend it with herself. Like I'm taking care of 4 kids, and I get that, but I really do wish it was someone there to like help me through it, because it's such a hard process that I'm still trying to figure out. So I feel like I'm still going through that transition, because I don't have everything that an adult needs. And I feel like that's why we're here, to help y'all like be adults and tell y'all this isn't easy. You feel me? Like it's a big transition.
You're not
COVID
alone.
didn't really affect me much. I was in the house. I wasn't doing my work, but I did get blessed to where like they expunged all my credits. I only had to do 7 credits, so I graduated in May of 2021. And then I just started working like probably 3 days after I got right back into work, because I was able to have a break because I was in school. But once you're not in school anymore, you don't have a schedule. You don't know what to do. Either you finna work or you finna go up and do something. If you're sitting at home all day, it's boring. If you got a car, you got to pay for gas. You can't pay for gas without a job. Like you have to do stuff to keep yourself busy, because you're no longer on that 12-year schedule.
Right.
But it was a big transition, and I still feel like it's something I'm going through to this day.
Definitely.
For sure. What about you?
That transition it didn't occur during COVID, so I didn't have nothing like that.
Right.
But it was during a time where I'd gotten my first girlfriend, my senior year, but I'm still playing basketball, trying to get a scholarship, and I'm doing all my college apps alone. But majority of it, like
Right.
my dad was there helping me, but I was really, submitting. He was just reminding me, really.
Right.
And I was doing all the work. So, of course, I missed deadlines. I messed up on things, had to redo a lot of stuff. Financial aid was very difficult.
Nobody talk about that fast food.
That fast
Doing it by yourself?
Difficult.
And
You
don't
said
even,
food taxes?
right. And then, so, going through all of that, like, I didn't get a scholarship. So, I'm applying for colleges, trying to get, just trying to get in somewhere. So, NAU, Northern Arizona University, was the only school that accepted me. So we go up there for like the orientation day, but I don't have a spot because all the dorms are filled up because I applied late.
Yeah.
So by the grace of God, we found a apartment, found a roommate on Craigslist.
Okay.
And like just going through all that, it you don't realize you're going through those things until in hindsight, you know. Like what I was doing, I'm not even realizing how crazy it is. We in the hotel looking on Craigslist, and like what? Like this is about to be my roommate for college. I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
You know, whole different experience. But so I go up to Northern Arizona, and then I have my relationship now becomes a long distance relationship. So you know those
Very tough.
challenges are
Yeah.
different. You already have your challenges in a
Yeah.
relationship, but then when you become
When you're
long
not
distance,
seeing that person,
Yeah.
for sure.
long story short, I'm not gonna say it's a bad breakup, but it didn't end the way that we would want. So that was a very like depressive period for me. Like I have never broken up with nobody. I've never had a
Was
girlfriend.
that your first girlfriend?
Yeah, that was my first girlfriend.
Have you had one?
Wait, so
Oh yeah, for sure.
this
Oh,
is
yeah.
so
My
off
fault, I didn't say it
topic.
like
I was
that.
gonna ask you who broke up with who. I'm just nosy. Sorry.
I'll say she broke up with me,
Okay.
but it became like a, I don't want to sound like that guy.
Like a back and forth type
it was
thing.
a mutual thing. You feel
Yeah.
me?
Okay.
But she definitely initiated it. I was more the guy, like, cause when I choose to be in that relationship, bro, I'ma just go through it, you know. And it was my first. I'm not gonna lie to you and say I wasn't in love, or I thought I was,
Right.
you know. But then, you know, so I'm holding on to whatever is there. What I think, you know, we argue every day, but I'm like, hey, you know,
I know.
That's
this is
my
what
girl.
happens.
I know you,
You feel me?
baby.
We gonna get through this.
Right.
We gonna
Um,
argue.
But you know, everybody's different, bro. You know, some people can't go through those things and you know those tough times. It's not worth it.
It's a lot.
I
It
totally get it. Being older now and being in other relationships and being like, yeah, you don't have to go through these things, especially not at that age.
Right. You don't.
18, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like
too
what?
young.
18 and you
It's really
tripping
Worry
on
about
a
a
relationship?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You're
not
still a
worth it.
teenager.
Exactly.
One person who always says something that I don't really like, but this is one thing that I agree with that she says is Wendy Williams, and she always tells people, do not get in a relationship throughout your 20s and let it control your whole life, because your 20s are such like a vital age. It is the age when you're starting to build your empire and stuff like that. And if you, I'm not gonna call a relationship a distraction, but if you have this other person that you're mentally taking care of too, it's a lot
They
on
can
top
be
of trying to
distractions.
build your empire, you know.
Right.
Unless if it's not working or correlating, it's not gonna work.
Exactly. And that's something like I've kind of realized is like it takes so much in a relationship, like just for it to run smoothly and
Right.
you know, not most, but a lot of relationships don't run smoothly. Some people
Right.
argue every day. Some people have go through this, went through something, somebody cheated. You know, it's a lot of things
Yeah.
that happen in relationships. So, if you're really trying to build something, you're either gonna spend less time trying to build, or you're gonna spend less time working on your relationship.
Exactly. Yeah. You can't.
For
There's
sure.
no way you can
Feel
do
me?
both for real. For real.
I'm more so interested in trying to catch my flow with like building me and what I'm trying to do.
Right.
You know, and then it's easier to
Exactly, because then you
bring
can be your
somebody
best self for that person. But you also
Exactly.
want to make sure that person is on the same level as you. Because if I'm built up here and you still here, we're
Equally
still not
yoked.
correlating. You feel me? Like it's no
Equally
way
yoked.
we're gonna mix.
I think that's more of a mental thing for me.
You think
Like
so?
I think, well, the gap. Like I don't ever look at like the material as like, oh, you have this job or you don't do this, you don't have this.
No. Like
Yeah.
mentally.
Yeah, mentally.
Yeah,
Okay,
mentally,
yeah. I was
yeah.
just that's really how. If we're not mentally in the same,
Right.
like understand this is I have to do this. I have to go film today,
Right.
so we can't hang out. You know.
And you're not doing that. See, but that's also so maybe I wouldn't say you need a job. If you want to mess with me, you need a job because there's no way. Like how you said, I'm going to film, I'm going to do this, and you're so absorbed in me because you don't have your own thing going on. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Right.
So I feel like you
Gotta have
definitely got
goals.
to have some
Goals
sort
and
of
aspirations.
empire.
For
Right.
sure. Something.
Yeah, so, continuing with that,
Yeah,
what does
that leads to
love
the
mean
next
to you
question.
guys? I'm going to start with you because
Start
we're just
with
talking
me?
about relationships. So what does love mean
So-
to you?
Love to me, kind of what I was saying yesterday, but I think it's just genuineness. Like
For sure.
it's authentic, it's real, and it's kind of the same thing. But like you don't, if you love somebody or you have real love for people, or you really exude love, like you're doing things not expecting anything back. You know,
Right.
just out of the kindness of your heart. You know,
Right.
very very real. And I think that's how I can tell. And that's not something that everybody knows. Like you may have to go through things,
Yeah.
live, learn to love right. Learn
Right.
everybody's. I believe in love languages.
Same.
No,
That's
people-
what I was
Yeah.
gonna ask you guys too. Like, what's your
Yeah.
love language? And how do you guys feel about love
You
language?
don't
I
have your
don't.
language?
I do, but I don't remember them, so I'm not gonna.
Okay, it's like
physical
touch. Yeah.
Words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation.
What's
Quality
another?
time.
Quality time.
Quality
acts of
time's
service.
probably
And
mine.
acts of service. Yeah.
Acts
Quality
of
time.
service, I don't care about.
Okay.
No,
Quality
but
time
anything
is a
can
good
be like
one.
an act of service. So if you're like, hey, Asia, can you hand me this thing? That's like a love language.
You're like, that's so
But
sweet.
love language, people think of love language in like a
I think
romantic
like
way.
Yeah.
But it's more than it just being
Your
romantic.
friends
Like your
could-
friends.
Mhm.
Yeah, you love your friends.
Love
Your
right?
parents.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
It is
Like my
so
little
cool.
brother
I'm
used to
crazy.
always want me to like play in his hair, like his touch,
Aw.
you know.
Right.
So like
physical
that's things like that, like play in his hair, like rub his back, things like that, and it's just
That is
like
so
that's
cute.
sweet, right? But
Yeah.
I could see what his love language is,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's not anything weird, but that's just
No,
Right.
facts.
it could work with anybody.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it's good to know other people's love
For
languages.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
My love language is definitely physical touch for sure. I love touching people, but don't touch me. But my love language for other people is like giving them gifts. I like
Okay.
giving people gifts. My love
Mhm.
language is definitely acts of service. Can you go grab this for me real quick? Can you do this? I love that. What love means to me is what love isn't.
Mhm.
So love is not hurtful. Love is not sadness. Love is not this. Love is not that. So I think
It's not
more so for me,
jealousy,
yeah, love is not that.
envy,
Everything that's outside of that, I think what love is. Like, love
Mhm.
is kind, love is patient, love is, you feel me?
Right.
Love is such a strong word and people use it very lightly.
definitely.
And so I make sure I be cautious on who I say I love. If I see that you're showing me what love isn't, it's no way I could love you. But
Right.
if you're showing me what I think love is, then yeah.
I feel like God is love, and that's how I take it. So it's like I want to give that to everybody.
Right.
So when I'm around people or people I don't know or people that I not necessarily don't necessarily like, I still love
Right.
because I want to give that out because that's what I want in return. I want that same like energy, that everything. I
Give it
want
back.
I want
Yeah.
that.
Mhm,
So
for sure.
that's how I look at love.
Me personally, how I look at love, like I'm learning in sociology, and like this is like it's really opened my eyes to just what love means. But like there was the last topic that I touched on before, like I finished my class and like got my associates, is like this concept called compassion and passion, or passion over compassion. And I think like within our society nowadays, it's a lot of passion, which is like raw emotion, rather than
Right.
compassion and passion.
Yeah.
A lot of the times it's selfish, and like how we look at people as a society is like, oh, I love you, and these are things that I love about you
Right.
for selfish like reasons.
because
Right.
Yeah, because
reason
this is
why
what you
I
do
love
for
you,
me.
not
Like,
who you are.
yeah,
don't
I love
who
you
are, but I love
because
the things you do for me.
you do for me, and like compassion is like well, basically is 1 Corinthians 13, the scripture that I had pulled up, verses 4-8, where it says, love is patient, love is kind, does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrong, love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails.
Right. It's
Amen.
basically telling
And
you
that's my
things that
favorite
love
scripture.
isn't.
Yeah.
So that's definitely what describes what
Yeah,
love is.
and that's
Right.
definitely what love is. And to me, like
Mhm.
that put like different things that I've done in my past relationship into perspective. Like understanding that like if I really love somebody, I gotta be there for them and be very compassionate in just the things that I do, like looking out for somebody and not just like, oh, okay, like you're bothering me, like this is going on
Right.
and it's bothering me, but like dealing with someone and understanding that love is also a choice. Like you
Yeah.
have to
Right.
choose
To love
to
someone,
to
even in
sacrifice
moments that
yourself
you
and
don't
be
want
there
to.
for them. Yeah, even in moments when you're not there, because that says love is not self-seeking.
Right.
It's not easily angered, and that's just like going out of my way to be there for someone. And love is not about you.
It's not.
It's about the other person and
Right.
for the other person,
a
and that's why.
sacrifice.
Selflessness.
Yeah, it's a
Right.
sacrifice.
It is
A lot of
such a
selflessness.
selfless act for
For
real.
sure. Yeah.
And what are your love languages?
My love languages, I say like all of them for real. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like physical touch is cool. Not too much like at the top, but like acts of service, words of affirmation, just because of stuff that I've been through, just even as a child. Like so, like words of affirmation is huge, and then yeah, acts of service, just like okay, like I don't want to have to tell you to do something.
Right.
Like I'd rather you like okay, you see, like
Want
I'm
to
already
do
going
it.
through something, so you want to do it just because you want to do it
Right.
for
Because
me.
you
So
love
yeah,
me.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what
good.
love is too, for sure.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
So, this is a very controversial topic. Marriage and monogamy and commitment. in this generation. I feel like it's dead. I feel like it's gone. I be hearing the most ignorant
think it's
things
dead.
on social. You
I'm
don't?
gonna keep
Yeah,
it a
I don't
buck.
think it's dead.
I believe in
Okay,
it.
I do too. I believe in it
think
too.
But
it
I
was
know
ever
why
really
there's a
there.
problem.
Yeah,
but
why
I
is
don't
it? Please explain.
like. Okay, this is another thing. Like, which is why I love like just being a social justice major and sociology, all that stuff. Specifically within the black community, because I mean, I only date black girls, but like I'm about like the black community. So they've given us like over time, like it started off during slavery. Like they ripped people from their families,
Yep.
fathers from their families. They diminished like what a father looked like in the household.
And they do
And
that
then
stuff on
they do
purpose.
it now too, like where when we finally got freed or whatever, different things like that, they gave us incentives to split up the family. So mothers, like fathers would stay or wouldn't marry their wife to stay outside of the household so that mothers would get extra money for the family so the
Right.
family could stay afloat because again, job disparities, redlining, different things couldn't be in certain zones, zoning law, all this stuff. So yeah, like, and then trickling down now, transitioning into where we are. Oh,
Before we get
yeah.
into that, what he was saying also, the crack epidemic
I was
ripped
gonna
apart
touch
a
on
lot
that,
of
yeah.
black males from their family.
Yeah.
And once we were getting back up there, they said, boom, let me put crack in your city.
Yeah.
And he messed it up again, but go ahead.
Yeah, but like yeah, that's why I think we have a real big problem. And then a lot of the things that we talk about is so materialistic. Like, if you just look, what do you bring to the table? These different topics. First of all, we've only had one generation to build generational wealth, and then everybody's
Man,
talking about
thank
money.
you.
And half of the people talking about money don't got money, and then we're
Thank you.
idolizing these people who are like celebrities and all this stuff, and none of us are on that level. And so like the conversations are just so out of whack. And people get so caught up in the socials that they can't look around into their
Right.
general environment and like formulate a thought for themselves. And then their vision's just skewed. So like I think that's a lot of the reason why within our generation we have problems with dating or people just really focusing on my partner and what I'm doing and what's in my life right now rather than
Right.
some other agenda that someone's pumped into them.
Right.
Oh, that's called social capitalism. So yeah,
Social capitalism.
yeah.
No, that's a
For sure.
fact. It's a
Socialistic.
lot of influences. It's just bad influences.
Yeah, the internet, I feel like the internet be tricking people into thinking something they don't even really believe in. Like, it's
Yeah.
no way you could tell me, I'm sorry, but I'm not going 50-50 with no man. I'm even date men, but I'm not going 50-50 if I'm raising the kids, if I'm doing the dishes all the time, if I'm cooking for you, all of that. I'm not going 50.
First of all, this is how I feel too. Men, like, you know how everybody's saying like this is the sassy era for men. I feel
They
like,
can be sassy.
but I don't care if they're sassy or not.
No,
That's
no.
not the point. The point is that men are supposed to be the providers and women are supposed to, you know, help them, you know.
Everybody has a role.
Yeah, everybody has a
But I feel
role,
like-
and men aren't playing their role. They're not
don't
being
think
they're
so?
not being the provider. So why should I have to go 50-50 with you if that's what you're supposed to do? I can
Yeah.
understand, you know, the come up, and I'll support the come up, but if we are both successful people, why am I paying 50%?
But nobody's really in a situation like people say 50-50. We could have a conversation about roles and different things, but nobody's in a relationship for real. So like nobody's even committed to even be in a relationship to even be in that type of situation to have these conversations because
Yeah.
nobody's actually focused on building anything. Everybody's
part.
hopping from person to person. So like when people talk
California
about
has the most STDs in the United States.
and when I look at, I'm not even gonna get on that subject. Not that, but I was gonna say something else. I'm not even gonna go there. But just like when you look at people and they're talking about like, oh, in my relationship, I can never do like, you personally aren't even ready. Like a lot of these people, you aren't ready
They're
to
not
be in that
mentally
role.
ready, and
You aren't
that's what
even
it is.
you aren't even mature to do
That's
that.
what it's
And
really
you're
about.
talking about a marriage,
They're
like
not mentally
the way they talk about a relationship is in the form of a marriage with a dating single mindset.
Right.
Because when you're in a relationship, if you're married to somebody, like everything's you guys are joined together. You
Right.
become one. So, oh, I'm not giving them my money. Like you're gonna have a couple bank account and whatever
Right.
he's making is gonna be yours. If you're working or you're not working, whatever, it's yours. And you guys are gonna take care of each other in a certain way to where it's
Right.
like everybody's individualistic. So like
Definitely.
that's why
Well, it comes down to love.
yeah.
yeah.
If it's real love,
Yeah.
bro, like
For sure.
these things aren't issues.
They
And
shouldn't
that's-
be issues if it's real, for sure.
And I do believe in love.
I do
Mhm.
too.
I will say
I'm a
that.
hopeless
I
I
believe
smile
in
on his
real love.
face when he said that. He
But-
said, "I do believe."
It was because it was a point where I'm not gonna say I didn't, but it was like
It's just in corny, like,
Yeah.
love.
Yeah, facts.
Who was
Yeah.
love? Who was she?
But okay, you guys, this has been great. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Man,
Let's
it was
clap
nice
it up
to
for the
spend
first
this time for y'all,
episode.
for real.
Thank you.
I didn't even realize it passed that, but
I know.
by that fast.
Man, we having real
It's
conversation.
conversation.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so on our next episode, which will be dropping February 28th, we are going to be talking about a plethora of different subjects ranging top to bottom, A through Z, just within the black community. Just struggles,
Like
different things that we go through.
colorism.
Oh, yeah, colorism was one.
Black hair products.
Hair products, that was a big thing about how stores are being bought out. Companies are being bought out by different people who are just not in the community. We're being infiltrated. That's basically what we're trying to say.
Colonized.
So, colonized, very much colonized. So that's what we're going to be talking about February 28th. We hope to see you guys there.
Shout out to Jesse in the background.
Yes.
Also here
Yes.
filming with
Shout out
us.
to Jesse.
Shout out to Era.
Shout out
Shout
to
out to
Era.
my
Shout
little
out to
sister.
Era.
We appreciate you guys so much.
Yes.
And shout out to the space.
Yes.
Shout out to the space
Shout
in
out to-
general.
Come on,
God.
Peer Space. Y'all doing it up with
facts.
these
Yeah.
spaces.
What,
gotta
what's your name?
tap
What's
in.
your
Tap
name?
out. Tap. What's your podcast?
Get into the truth.
Yeah, get into the truth. Tap in with
baby.
get into the truth.
podcast.
We're gonna put it somewhere. You'll see it on the screen.
You'll
He
see
Look
is
up.
amazing. He is so
Somewhere right
sweet.
here.
He just helped us with everything. He's just
Yeah.
amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like it. AgeForward on all platforms, including TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram.
Yep.
We'll see y'all later. Peace.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Peace.